Hey everyone, this is Natasha from MakeupInSFC. Welcome back to my channel. So today I filmed this makeup look for you today, but there is a spin-off to it. One of these sides is high-end and the other side is drugstore or more affordable products. So which one do you think it is? I think it's too difficult to tell because they have amazing products on both sides. So if you're interested in seeing what products I used on my face, please keep on watching. And this is a collaboration video with my friend Tierney. She is T Pinky Lily here on YouTube. Please go support her channel. She's a lovely girl. We have collabed once before with a bunch of girls from a Halloween one way back when. But today we decided to do this makeup look where we decided to choose different products for different prices. So if you're interested in seeing her video, I will link that down below. Go ahead and send her some love and let her know that I sent you. And let's do this. I'm gonna do the eyes first because I'm very passionate about this eye primer. I love this eye primer a lot. This is the Wet n Wild from Fergie. They've repackaged it and I think the white one is supposed to be exactly the same, just permanent. And I refuse to buy a really expensive eye primer because this one is just as good and it's $4. I will never buy a high-end primer, ever. I love rose sprays. So I've had this Reviva Labs. This is the Reviva Labs Rosewater Facial Spray. It has aloe herbs, minerals, and hyaluronic acid. I got this from TJ Maxx, I think, for $7.99. The sticker's still on there. And then I have this Mario Badescu, which is also a facial spray with aloe herbs and rosewater. So the two of these together I use interchangeably. A bottle of this one is $7.99 and then this one I think is $12. So they're 8 ounces but for slightly different prices. So unless you have the discount for this one, $12, this still beats it. I found this on Amazon for about the same price. So there you go. So I'm going to spray one side of my face. The only thing is this nozzle is garbage. So they both smell really good. This one mists very nicely. For my face, I'm going to prime. This is going to be on my drugstore side, the e.l.f. Blemish Control Primer. It is a green bottle. This is $6 at Target. And this is the Cover FX mattifying primer. It also has a blemish treatment in it. It has some anti-acne treatment. Its active ingredient is salicylic acid. So we're going to put those on both sides of the face. Now this one, I think I'm going to cheat again. I don't have a concealer for the high-end side that I use to clean up my brows because I'm so happy with this one. So I'm just going to use this one. This is the NYX Concealer in a jar, and I'm going to use that to set up my brow. And I like to do this by just carving out where I want the bottom line of my brow to be. So I will be able to highlight under my brow. So I have 2 products for that. So on my drugstore side, I have the Milani Highlight and Eye Pencil. This is my holy grail. I've used this for years and years. But I also have the Nude Sticks Highlighter and Contour Pencil. This is the closest thing I have to something I can use to highlight the brow. So I'm going to take the matte side, and I'm going to use that to highlight the brow by just putting that on the highest point and then blending it again. I don't know that you need both, like the concealer and the highlighting stick, but it's something that I like to do. And then this one is just a little bit off, but it is a highlighting pencil, so I'm going to use that right under the brow as well. For my drugstore side, or my affordable side, I'm going to use the RCMA No-Color powder. And then for my high-end side, I'm using this little sample of Laura Mercier. This is the translucent loose setting powder. So I'm going to take a little bit of that to set under my brow. I'm bringing that a little bit over the crease. That way I can set some of that eyeshadow primer. I have on my affordable side, I have the LA Girl. This is the Inspiring Brow Kit in dark. And then on the other side, I have this is the European Wax Center Brow Duo in the shade Venice. They've since repackaged this and they still have a dark shade, so you can totally find this. So I'm going to try to make these match, but I don't know if the colors work together. Now this brow kit from LA Girl is only a whopping $8, while the European Wax Center is about 20 something dollars. So that's quite a difference. Now, if you're worried about cross contamination, I have this sponge right here, so I'm going to dust off all of the color that is on my brush right now so I can apply the other brow product without any mix-up. Now I'm going to take the Venice palette. I mix both colors for both of the palettes. Now to set our brows. So on my right side, my affordable side, we have the e.l.f. Clear Brow Gel, and on my high-end side, I have the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Now both of these are very different. Their hold is different. Their price range is very different. This is $2 and then this is, I think, $18. So it really depends on what you like. Both of them are good. I just prefer to get the cheaper one because who needs it? Finally, we are moving on to eyeshadow. So for my eyeshadow, I think I have the best duo possible. I have, for my affordable side, this is Makeup Revolution Iconic Palette 1, and I have the Naked Palette 1. So the two of these have been compared online so many times as being dupes for one another. Well, I mean, the Makeup Revolution one is a dupe for the Naked Palette. So as you can see, the colors are similar. I will flip it around this way. This is what they look like side by side. So as you can see, the colors range from that lightest to darkest. It has those bright shimmering shades at the top, warm golds and bronzes in the middle, and then these cool tone grays at the bottom. So we're gonna come up with something today. So I'm gonna take these tan shades right here, and I'm going to buff that into the crease. I think the shade's called Naked from the Naked One palette. That's kind of a darker shade. Gonna dip into the shade Buck. It's weird doing my eyes first versus my complexion because I always do my face first, but I don't know how these eyeshadows perform as far as drop down. I haven't used either in a very long time, so I just wanted to be careful. This is a Crown Brush C460. Now actually this has a little bit of eyeshadow from my other look the other day, so I'm just gonna clean that off. See, it had pink on it and now it's pretty much clean. So if you're looking for a Veramona dupe, I just use a cleaning sponge. But that's just me. And I bought it in a pack of like 7 from Daiso. So see, the only thing I don't like about either one of these palettes is it doesn't really have another darker matte shade. So I think I'm gonna go into this color. I'm gonna try to deepen up the crease, even though that has a little bit of shimmer in it. Equivalent, which is Dark Horse on the other side. Okay, now that we have a little bit of smoky something going on, we're gonna go to the lid. So on my affordable side, I have the NYX City Proof eyeliner pencil. It is waterproof and eyeshadow base, and this is in the shade Murray Hill Champagne. I have the nude stick that is in the shade Angel, and this is a magnetic eye color. So we're going to put that on the lid of our eye. So now I'm going to take that gold from the Makeup Revolution palette. I'm going to put that over my lid. Now I'm going to go into the Urban Decay, and this color is in the shade Half Baked. Now for foundation. So for my affordable side, I'll be using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, and on my high-end side, I will be using the Makeup Forever HD foundation. This is the Ultra HD. I don't know if the colors are going to match perfectly, so hopefully I don't look too crazy. And I'm going to put just a little bit on each side of my face. On my affordable side, I have the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, and on my high-end side, I have the Beauty Blender. So Let's do this. See, this is why I usually do my foundation first, because I don't like being careful around my brows. Okay, so for my concealer, on the affordable side, I have the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Pure Beige. And then on my high-end side, I have the IT Cosmetics Concealer in Tan, I think. Yep, in the shade Tan. And so I'm going to use both of these under my eyes and highlighting. The only thing I don't like about this concealer is it gets oily if you don't use it or shake it. But it is a good concealer. Do half my little flower there, on the sides of my nose, and under my chin. Now this one, a little bit goes a long way, so I'm just gonna use my finger to tap some of that. Now I'm going to bake, so I'm going to bake with those powders again, the ones that I used to set my under eye. So I have the RCMA powder, the No-Color powder, and I have the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is $12 for 3 ounces, and this I think is like $28, but I will list all the prices down below. So I'm taking that on the same wet sponge. I'm setting my under eye. Since I don't have a low-end and high-end face powder, I'm just going to use those 2 powders to set the rest of my face. Contouring, I'm going to be using these 2. So this one is the City Color Cosmetics Contour Effects Kit, and this is the Anastasia Contour Kit, the original, and I'm going to be using that to sculpt my face. I'm going to take the bronzing shade that's right here. I'm going to use that to chisel my affordable side. For my high-end side, I'm going to take this shade right here. I'll use that to warm up the complexion on that side. Can you tell? I can't. Now for the contouring shade, I'm going to take that same brush and I'm going to go into the contour shade. Take a little bit on my brush and just chisel out. And then I'm going to take a mixture of these 2 shades to do my other side. Okay, so for a blush, I'm going to be using the Morphe Brushes 9B palette, and that's what that looks like. And then on my high-end side, I'm going to be using the limited edition Pinup Girl palette. Whoa. So the 2 of these have an orange shade that I absolutely love, so I'm going to be using those 2. Going back to our palettes right here, I'm going to do the lower lash line. Then I'm taking Dark Horse, the shade that we used on our outer lid. Affordable side, NYX liquid liner in the shade Black, and on my high-end side, I'm using the Balm's Schwing liner. And so they're both liquid liners and they are both black. So we are going to do some simple wing action right now. For mascara, on my affordable side, I have the Supersizer from CoverGirl, and I have the Baby Doll mascara from Yves Saint Laurent. I'm just using that to coat my lashes because I'm going to put some false ones. On my affordable side, I have the NYX, tiny NYX slide on slide on pencil, and then I have the Marc Jacobs. This is the gel eyeliner in the shade Blacker. My lashes are going to be Drugstore, I guess you can say. They are the Dingson lashes from eBay. I will link them down below. So we're going to highlight our inner corner. I'm going to use this tiny little e.l.f. crease brush. I'm going to mix these 2 light shades. For my affordable side, I'm going to be using Maybelline. This is their Master Strobing Stick in number 2 medium. And then I'm going to be using Jouer. These are the, what do they call these? They're the multi highlighters. So I'm going to be using the shade that's closest to it, which is the shade Champagne, and so I'm going to be using that on the tops of my cheekbones. Now to set both of those, on my affordable side, I have these Luxie highlighters and by Becca Opal highlighter. Okay, so on my affordable side, I'm going to be using the Jordana. This is the Easy Liner for Lips in Rock and Rose. And then this is the Makeup Forever waterproof pencil in the shade 3C. So even though this is a sample size, this still costs way more than this one. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. So for my liquid lipsticks, we are going to do a bright red, classic red. Now for my affordable side, it is not Drugstore, but it is more affordable than other liquid lipsticks. This is Sephora Collection Always Red in the number 01, I think. And this is Kat Von D's Everlasting Lipstick in Outlaw. So to set my face, I have a affordable and high-end choice. For my affordable one, this is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. And then for my high-end, I have Model in a Bottle. This is they're both matte finishes. So do this side. Oh, that burns. Don't have your eyes open on that one. Don't have any tissues. Now the trouble with sitting in this position is your feet fall asleep. It's so hard. Whoa now.
I'm the most unorganized YouTuber in the history of YouTubers. I've gotten up like 50 times. Okay. I think I have everything that I need. Do I? Where did I put my phone?